blade straight along with this. Don't cut this, but you know, run it straight along with this, and then when it comes time, I want to keep going straight. I don't want to turn up with it. I want to keep going straight and cut it off, if you know what I mean. So there's going to have to be a little bit of eye work going on there when you start. You know what I mean?
You want it not angled like that. You want it straight up and down like that.
No. When you cut this off, I'm saying when you cut this off, I don't want the grinder to come up like that. I want the grinder to come here and then keep going straight and cutting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what he was wanting is want to make sure the grinder's not tilted this way and going on an angle just perfectly straight out.
Yeah, I'd angle the grinder with this, so you know what I mean. Because you start angle like this, you're gonna have a problem. I just angle it with like that and just go along with it and run the zip cut along this. Just don't cut this piece. We'll pull them wires down so you don't cut that off. That mirror can have a little bit of tape on it, or we can take the mirror off.
Sure.
That'd be a thing to take the mirror off.
The prep for the car.
Alrighty, welcome back. We're working on the car. We're just trying to figure out what we're going to do with the chop. We are going to cut the roof off this bad boy today, and we're just talking it over a little bit. Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. Doug and Nate's in the house. So what's going on right now? We're going to chop the roof off, and I was talking to Doug when he cuts the top of the roof off. I want it to keep with this piece right here, this inside construction. We want to keep in there with that when we cut that off there. Nate's going to pull out the window on this side. Nate worked at a junkyard. This is my excuse. Nate worked at a junkyard one time. He's really good at that stuff. That's my excuse. Yeah. So Nate's going to pull the window out of that side there. I'm going to grab the jack and start I'm going to put the wheels back on. Get the wheels back on. We'll jack it up and we'll let it down on the ground. We do not have any floor in it. I do not care. I do not care if we have any floor in it. We've got the sills connected. It's not even connected in here, but it's connected way back here, and it's connected way up on the front. So we should be good, tight, and right.
You want to get the plate nice and heavy.
Like Doug said, this would probably be the only car that you could put on the hoist and actually put the hoist on the sills and jack it up and not dent it. This could be the only car. Anyways, we're going to cut the roof off. We'll let Nathan pull out the window. Doug will get geared up and take the mirror off and just lay them wires aside. I'm going to get the jack and start putting the wheels on. Let's do it.
Wait a second. That's the first time I heard Chad say, we'll lay the wires aside.
I used to cut them.
I heard that before.
I learned you don't cut, unplug.
First time I heard that.
So just going to put things back together a little bit. We'll get it down the ground. We'll cut it off. What's that, buddy? You want a screwdriver? Doug, you want to get in there? I'll give you a screwdriver. Oh, you got it.
Jolene came up this morning and she said, you gotta get at this.
Give us a visual. Right? Give us a visual. And that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to cut it off and get a visual. Now, as I was explaining it to Jolene last night, you know, we talk about this sort of stuff. When we cut the roof off, it has a chance. When we cut the roof off, it has a chance, because this is where the pressure's on it. It has a chance to go like this. The car does. It has a chance to go like that. It can bend in here somewhere, but it can have a chance to go like that. When it goes like that, that means that the doors aren't going to fit anymore. They're going to start hitting. We haven't got, if you took a look at the doors on this side, we have not got a whole bunch of room anyways. To be honest with you, when the car was built, that was the door gaps it had. Because there's no damage on this side. That's the door gap. That's the door gap that was on this side. You can imagine how tight that is. That's quite tight. And nothing's come, this has not come apart.
I got a filter.
This has not come apart. Basically, that is the door gap. Let's go over this side. We've got the door on this side. Nathan's taking the quarter window out of it. We got that put in last night. I just kind of stayed and kind of finished it up. So we welded it down here. This is where we took the chisel and made the mark to give us the fender fit. So the fender comes in underneath the hood, and then that bolts up against there. There's bolts that or holes we're going to have to put in there to bolt the fender on. I butt welded it down here. I didn't want to get into all them spot welds. I thought about it after. I could have made it come out further, but it did not matter. I just put it there. If you were restoring a car and you wanted them spot welds in there, what a great way to do it. Just cut them before it and spot weld it on. All I did is cap it in here. That's 8th plate, and I capped it on the bottom to make that all solid. So that's going together really nice there. on the back. I still have not finished the weld on the back,
They all go up through there.
but it does not matter. We're still connected. We're still good.
Jelly bars there, I pulled them up there too.
I have black and white and yellow and green. Your phone. I was gonna say, I got no guidance here for you, pal.
I'm not cutting them off this time, Doug.
What about this one? Did you find this
There's
one?
a red leather in the screw cone or something. And the other ones are, where is that? And they all come from the same word.
Green and black. Yeah.
Is that the harness going up there?
No, that's, you're pulling them over at one. Here's something back there.
That's all the way back.
Something back there. Now, we're not gonna be able to pull this plug down through.
Yeah, we're not, probably won't be hooked back up. So. There's a whole, yeah, here's a whole other harness.
I can hear it back here.
Yeah, I can have a look back and see that comes in quick.
Size of this thing, bud.
Yeah, there it is, yeah, it's in it down front. Just the back end of that.
Where does that go?
Goes back there to.
Gas tank and taillights and all that stuff?
Yeah.
You mean tell me it goes down to the post of the car?
Same as that Pontiac did that got cut.
You want me to cut this off and?
No, actually, I just leave it like that, leave it hanging. I'm hoping that we're gonna cut back. Well, we're gonna cut back here, obviously. You're allowed to.
In the trunk, Doug, if we hit.
Well, I'm just wondering when you cut that off. See that doesn't hold the mirror, does it?
No, the mirror.
Okay, good. Oh, you can cut that off, make it flush with this. Okay. Cut that off, and that can just hang.
In the back, that harness piece, if it goes down in the back and it just drops down in the trunk, we could cut it off, so it's all, just cut it off there, then pull it through, and we could lay that back on the floor when it goes back.
Where do you want it cut? I'm gonna let you cut it where you want to
I'll
cut
get
it.
Doug to look in the trunk.
It's right there.
Wherever it goes there,
If you can pull that back through.
yeah, it's just cut like that much off the end of it, and it's all color coded. We can cut it off and then pull it through and run it through the floor after.
All right, gotcha.
Sounds good. Forward. What's going on? That wheel's not fitting the center of that. So basically it's going to be loose, and it does not matter just as long as it holds it in the air and holds it up off the ground. I took the rear tires off it and put it on the Dodge Coupe because they were a skinny wheel, and I wanted that look. So we're just putting these ones on the back now on this one. These are 14-inch. It's a little wider rim than the Volvo ones. There's a 15-inch, 14-inch.
That's different. That quarter window stays right with the garnish mold. That's kind of cool. That stays right with the garnish mold.
Awesome.
Got one more piece to take out there, and then we're good. Flips it all.
Where's the other tire? Is it outdoors? Must be.
So eventually we can screw it up later somewhere.
Yeah. There it is.
Left here, Phillips.
So when we cut the roof off, it's still not going to look like the picture that we're going for. And the reason being is this trunk area is going to have to be moved. And we're going to deal with that. And also the front post. Don't you just cut all the wires off? Yeah, you just cut the harness off. Throw a little tape on that and label that, will you please?
Will do.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate everybody coming back. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. What can I say? It's a brand new day, and it can be whatever you want to make it. I'm going to make it a chopped Volvo day is what I'm going to make it.
Hey, Nathan.
Huh?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. And you know, whenever it's a chop day, it's always a Chad happy day.
It is.
You can't get the grin off that guy's face on chop day.
Chop day.
I never seen-
It's a chance to have a vision.
It's like a kid in a candy store.
You know something? Probably the greatest feeling in the world is to create something. I'm telling you, the greatest feeling in the world is to create something.
You know what the next greatest feeling is?
What?
Doing
Poop?
burners.
Doing burners.
Should I feed this up through?
Yeah, so you can pull that down. Yeah, okay, so it's right here. This is the one right there.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. Just hold on a second.
Yeah,
Go easy, greasy. You're pulling the other one down with it.
That's gonna come
I think
with it.
this, yeah.
We're gonna have to cut that off,
Yeah, he's asking.
Well, take a piece of tape and say what it is, though.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give you a piece of tape, Doug. Just stay right there.
Oh, fine, I'm crying.
I know you're fine, but you'll be a lot quicker if I
I was
give.
jumping around like a son this morning. Right, yipping and chipper and
I'm
going
here to
on.
work. I'm here to work.
He's here to work.
You think it was Monday morning?
I'm going to let the front end down. Watch yourself when you're in the car, Doug, and let the front end down.
Oh, good.
I do not want to chafe your leg or something. We got the tools out ready. Basically, what you need to chop a car would be probably a zip cut, a marker or a piece of tape, and a reciprocator saw. And the reason you'd want the reciprocator saw is to go in where the zip cut will not. That's the only reason you would need a reciprocator saw. There's many different ways you can do it. You can use a hacksaw if you want.
It's gotta be the cheap tape, you know.
Like that.
You know something? I know Jolene's got me trained, but I think she got you guys trained better.
We're trainable.
A little bit.
Trainable,
Don't
right?
tell everybody. We're a little bit trained.
Hopefully this piece of tape will stay on when I run this
Well, we're worried
through.
about that. We know that was
At least I know, but just still,
Yeah.
1 and 1, right?
One and one. Are you mixing paint, Doug?
I'm mixing it wrong if I am. That's that.
You guys are having too much fun.
Too much fun.
Sometimes it's good to have fun, and other times it's good to buckle down. You know? Watch your legs, Doug.
Go right down, everybody?
Yes, it
Excellent.
is. Excellent.
That's gonna work perfect because there'll be lots of length there to go across the floor. It goes back together.
So basically what Nathan's saying, where the roof is not going to be there anymore, the wiring will go inside the car.
It's all right there. We won't have to look
I'm
around.
just gonna tag it.
Don't start checking.
I know that.
Gotta let Fina in. She won't. She doesn't know the word stop.
She doesn't want to miss a job.
Yeah, exactly. Come on in, Fiend Bean. Come on in. Come on in. Everybody loved Fina at Cape Breton. There was people even wanting to take pictures with her. Huh?
Could that dog be more well-paid than us?
It could have happened if you would have had just one beer. On this car also, as we're lowering it down, this is going to be another car that we're going to lower the suspension in, front and back. It's going to be another car that we're going to lower to get that effect of what it's going to look like. And we're just going to drop it down on the suspension. We're not going to drop it with air ride or anything like that. I am basically, what can I say? I have enough cars with air ride. But what we're going to we'll lower this car when it comes time. If you want to come take a look at this for a second, this suspension that we got going on here is used a lot in bagging cars and that sort of stuff. And the reason being is you can see these trailing arms here. and trailing arms on the rear end go up to the middle. That's basically how every C10 is built, with the exact same crossbar going in there. You could tell you could put a bag right on the back easily to lift that up and down. And in the front it has coils, so we'll probably cut the coils in the front, and then what? And then we'll lower the back after. Or whenever it comes to it, it'll just be a coil. We'll lower down that way. See what happens.
Yeah, I think we should move that glass. This glass and this door chain, I think I'll just put a piece of tape across it where that cable track is. And so we were leaving this in, so we can tell the other side.
Ken?
I'll put
On this car, when we chop the roof off it, it's much better down on the ground. When we chop the roof off it, we're leaving the window. We're leaving the window where it's at. But in the end, we'll still be chopping this. Like, so we're going to cut it off. We're going to leave it for now. We're going to cut tops of doors off. Cut top of that off. Cut this off. Cut that off. Leave the trunk alone. The trunk is not going to stay there. The trunk is not what we're going for. This, basically what I'm seeing is this trunk lid, that point here, has to come about here somewhere. Put in the middle of that tire. Don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. I'm just saying that this is what I'm thinking. Say if we come up about here, that's the center of that wheel, that hole. I don't know if it's going to do it or not, to be honest with you. We'll see what happens. But we want a trunk lid to come up here. We want that to go across here, this height, all the way across here. So this is my plan. I'm hoping that this piece, because we're going to connect this to the trunk lid, we'll do it after, but we're going to keep this piece. I'm hoping we can keep this piece where it fits the trunk lid and get it up here somewhere. Don't know if that's going to happen. If it has to come back here, that's fine to get the trunk. Then we can add a piece on the front of it or whatever. We'll see what goes on. But this is not going to stay there. It's going to stay there for now. So basically, this is what I'm thinking. I'm just going to draw a couple lines on it. When you look at the picture, there's the body line. That's that one right there. We want to go just above it. So we're going to probably go here, just the door. I don't know if I'm going to cut the door off there. I'm going to cut it off here yet. I don't know. We're going to cut these ones off here. We'll get a straight marker and do it before we cut it. We're going to cut it off here. We may as well continue. We may as well go with this piece in here. We got this package tray in here. We may as well go with this. We may as well cut it down through here. Seems to make sense. But we want this piece, so we're going to probably cut it like this. Oh, well, we will be more of an angle there. So on this angle here, we'll do this one. More of an angle. And then we'll be... So this part's coming off, keeping this little bit, because we want to make this. Cut it. We're going to cut across here, up here somewhere, because Doug's going to follow that piece on the inside. We're going to leave this. I don't think I'm going to cut that there yet. I think what we'll do is we'll cut this with the window itself. We're going to leave that. Just trying to make up my mind. Not sure why that shuts like that, but that's why it shuts like that. That tells you got good gap underneath the door, right? Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Jolene. Oh, cheap tape.
I already had it.
I already had it.
Alrighty.
Here's one roll.
The car has got no floor in it. The frame is not connected, or the subframe that's in the car is not connected to the floor because it's got no floor in it. And I don't really feel like it matters. We have a sill on the outside. Like I said to Jolene, we're talking about it. If the car goes like this, if the car folds down like that, when we cut the roof off, or if it folds in like this, because we get the wheel here and the wheel in the back. When we cut the roof off, it has a chance to do this. That's what it has a chance to do. So we're straight like this, it has a chance to go like that. If it does that, I don't care. And the reason being is, how would I fix that, Jolene? That's what I do. I put a jack in the middle, run a board across or something in the middle of it, jack it back up so it comes back in place. If it's able to bend down and go like that, it's able to go back in place. And if it does that, well then that means that we're going to have to do something else to make it secure. And I have an idea, but I don't think it's necessary, but we might as well cut it off.
It shouldn't, with what you got going on there right now, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
Shouldn't go anywhere.
Basically go like that. Go like that. All right, so this is what we're going to do first. We're going to let Doug cut the front. You want to cut the front and zip cut? And when you get over to the corners where it's finished coming straight, okay? When you come over there, stop. And then what we'll do is we'll take the reciprocator saw and put it in there. We'll draw a nice straight line and we'll cut the top of the door off and the corner of that together. All right, Doug, you're first.
Do you want the tape here for anywhere, Chad?
Well, we'll get that here in a second. We'll just do one cut at a time.
Okay.
I'll get you to. We'll just listen to Doug for a minute.
Yep.
And then we'll go from there.
Oh, nice.
You got gloves, Doug?
Do you want gloves, Doug?
Yeah, give him a pair of gloves. We'll just sit and watch for a minute, and then we'll go carry on. So Doug's going to cut right along this piece right here, all the way across, and he's going to stop for when it does not go straight. When he stops, Nathan or I are going to grab a reciprocator saw and stick it in the hole, then we're just going to run it along straight so it looks straight. Then we can also cut the top of the door.
Same time, right down through.
Yeah, this is going to get junked up a little bit, and I say junked up a little bit because I do not know when we chop the post where I'm going to do with this. I don't know yet. Don't know yet. Go ahead, Doug.
It'll make a nice line too, that lip in there. Just a minute. What's that?
Was it crooked?
Crooked?
Oh, shit.
It looked like a ram's horn. All right, anyways. All right, leave it be. As long as you didn't cut the other
Man,
stuff.
I thought I was dead on.
Okay.
Shit.
All right. Come over. Nate, you want to cut this off?
It is crooked.
Well, imagine. All right, we might as well finish with this line and just come straight down, and then we'll straighten
3
it
lines
out.
here. Which one we following?
We're going to go with this one.
Okay, yeah, no problem, buddy.
Where he cut.
No problem, buddy.
Watch your arm, Doug. Going in. You may as well chop the top of that door off too, Nate.
Right down through,
down
yeah.
through, yeah.
Yeah.
that's okay that the line's crooked, and the reason being is Doug did not hit the inside construction, so it can still be cut and straightened out, so we'll give him a little bit of grace.
Ain't nothing
Do you like
sanded.
gravy on your fries, Doug?
No.
He does not. Does not like
Since
gravy
when
on
you
fries.
don't like gravy on your fries?
I learned a lot of things about Doug this weekend. He don't like gravy on
I
his
know he
fries.
likes
It's
poutines,
like drinking bacon fat, you guys. It's not good for you.
but you like poutines.
Smoking cigarettes is more healthy than drinking gravy.
You put the,
Stop it.
and that guy puts a juicy cigarette straight to him sometimes.
Sometimes you gotta.
The
yeah.
juicy cigarettes.
They are juicy too.
Are they juicy?
Oh, yes.
Oh yes. Rock and roll.
Wait a second here, I'm just looking across. I'm not, no more.
Doug, do you have any beard before you get to work? That's the crookedest cut
No,
I've
it's
seen
a
you
great
cut
idea.
yet.
That's a great idea, guys. If you don't mind.
A little bit off that line there.
That's okay. Awesome.
Fell right into that line.
Who's gonna get the green tape?
It's right here, buddy. I already had it in. Here,
I got the cheap stuff right here.
There it is. Yes.
We're gonna go zip cut now. Oh, actually, Doug, you got a zip cut for the inside already.
Yeah.
How does it look?
I want to cut. I want to cut the roof off back here. Actually, I want to cut that. That's too low. Has to be a cut up here. Yeah. Let's do this. That's too low. And then I'm gonna take it on the top.
I see the package tray is lower than where you want to cut it.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make a straight line here. See this right here?
Excuse me.
Straight line.
You missed sanding so much, you wanted to go sanding again, didn't you?
No, I did not. No. Stay back.
Just do a line like that. About same distance there on the tape. Got a little bit more, but same distance sort of deal.
The bum ain't much difference in that 38 or the 40, just it's shorter, isn't it? It's the same profile.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I think what we're gonna do is what we're gonna do. I want. What are you laughing at, Doug? You're,
Zip blade the outside.
yeah, let's play the outside. I want to go above that tape.
Right. Yeah, I got another one out here already too, Doug. Actually got two of them out here already.
Hopefully, we'll go above that tape. Hopefully somewhere straight above that tape. We can cut the door off. Actually, want you to put a zip cut mark in the door. And on top, we'll go on top of this one. Just because I want more meat there than
Yep. So on top of both of them.
on top of both of them.
When you come,
That'll take this top off the door because that's already cut.
Yep.
We'll pull this off.
when you come here, do you just want to go up here for now, or try to come right around?
Yeah, whatever's easiest because we're gonna have to make a piece that goes over
Right.
top of that. That's all gonna have to be cut. You're more than welcome to cut that zip cut. Doug, you got a zip cut on the inside?
Here, Doug. Yep, you do right there. I'm gonna grab that other.
I'm just kind of. You can. No, just sit still for a minute, I guess. Sit still for a minute.
There's still sandblasting sand coming out of that thing.
Oh, there's sandblasting sand will come out of this thing till probably the end of time. side one there, Doug. You've got your, just cut that straight. Where's the other one? You can cut that straight off, or is that good?
Okay, yep.
Nate's got it. Yeehaw!
Room for activities.
Room for activities. If you want to cut that one right off, you're more than welcome. Go ahead, cut it off straight.
You're grinder right there, Doug. You're going, look at that piece in there. He's
Make it
going-
straight as possible, Doug, please. That off?
Nice, yeah.
It's off. We might as well do the other side. Exact same way you did this side. Make it easy.
Is it marked on this
I think
side?
it is, I think.
Leave the back till last.
We kept it. Just wanted to keep it up over top of the. And this always can, we always can, grind it down some. But one thing we can't, well, we can add metal back to it, but we don't want to. We just want to cut it off so it looks good.
That glass is down. Okay, that glass is down below, so we're good. I got the glass taped off. And
Yeah.
it's down below, so it's good. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Go for it. On the top. Yeah, just not yet.
Watch yourself. Son.
Well done.
I'm doing this little final here for you, guys.
Right on the money there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's go above the line. Let's go above the line. And then what's going to happen here is we're going to have to I want to pay attention to this piece here because we're going to be, when we cut this, I think we're only going to have to cut up, we'll cut up across here and leave that there. Don't cut into that. We'll just, whatever it takes, we'll just cut across there. We'll leave this and hopefully we can get up here and just cut it down through here. We'll have to probably get a reciprocator to go down through most of that probably, in my opinion. But this can be cut back, bring that back to about here, yeah, there.
There.
Yeah. The reason we're cutting with a grinder, just a straighter line. That's it. We just here and we cut it off. just going to measure it just to 14. Just get it somewhere close. Holy frig. Huh? That guy's bad. He's bad. Oh yeah, I'm bad, Chad. Yeah, see, 14. Yeah, so we want to cut the top of this line. Doug, you can, let's finish this off. And see this line here? See, I was down a little bit there?
Yeah.
Can we sort of?
You want to stay above.
Yes. Okay. Let's come from here, this corner here, right down there. That's perfect. Thank you. And then we can cut that off later, right? Because we'll trim that up later. But that'll get that corner cut off, and then we'll come down through and we'll cut it right through here and be done with it. Go ahead, Nate. The other side. Let's do this side. Don't go too loud. Hey, Dougie. You know what to do from there, Doug?
We're in someone's living room again.
We are. Bring us snacks.
Bring us snacks. Let's cut the other side, Doug, just like we did this one. Right down to the same spot.
Front end or anything?
Right to the same spot, to that corner of that hole. I think we're going to go reciprocator now. I think it'd just be easier to get the blade in. I'm not sure, but go for it, Doug.
Well, I didn't think I ever seen a cool Volvo before, but I think we're gonna get there.
Hey, oh, you got her. You got it off, Doug? Nick, Doug? Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Let's okay. Okay, let's just cut it. Let's take your zip cut. Cut it through to there, like the easiest, you know, wherever you can get it, like if you can get your zip cut, Doug, cut this through up to here, and then we'll finish it from this side down. So if you can go from this corner to that cut mark right there, see that mark right there? You can go that one. I don't know how straight I'm getting it for you, not that one. This one. We'll do the same thing on the other side. That light blinded me. That's all right. Go ahead, you cut that one first. Got it all the way through? No, it looks like a little piece holding on. Right there in the center, yeah. No! You got to cut off that time. I forgot we weren't using the roof. I will in the next build though. Guaranteed. Not in the next build, but we'll use it. We'll use it,
Kind of like that Jag one, out of the blue. Slide it, oh look, it fits.
yeah, exactly. That's what we'll do. It'll happen someday on something else. We want to cut that right to there. Like it's coming from this angle right up to there.
It's quite a narrow car, isn't it?
It is a narrow car. It's a comfy little car.
Comfy little car.
Taking it to you, the grinders and zip cut first, I would say,
Okay.
and then zip cut. You can cut this one, Nate, if you, or actually just stay right there. That's a beautiful cut there, Doug. Then we're just gonna go from there. He's got it cut.
Yeah.
Just come straight across and
Down there.
try to keep that area, I guess.
I'll come up here first.
You
maybe.
do whatever you feel you think you need, but I just think that you'll be able to see it. If you
Yep.
pull it out here, then you'll be able to bring them together. Straight across if you can. Cool. To the other side.
A little piece right in there, just right there, we might have to get.
I think I pulled it up. Didn't I pick it up? I thought I did. Yeah, I thought I picked it up. We haven't got a line there, so bring that across, and then we'll make a line with tape. If you want to do that, Nate. You just want to bring it up like you did this one, then I'll make a straight line with the tape. Come on.
Just hold up on that side.
This side isn't off yet. You're right.
Oh, there's just a little bit in that middle, right there. I can see it. If
Need a
I
longer blade. Need a longer blade. Here, I'll go look.
What is it from this side or you from that side?
I think I can get right through this window hole here. I think I can get it this way. Just a little bit.
If you need the reciprocator, if you,
That's what we're gonna do. Yeah.
there's a new blade there if you can reach it with that.
I just wanna try to keep that cut.
Be nice.
Actually, I can try this way here again.
Not yet.
Right,
There must be.
right there. I just see where that cut is there. I just didn't want to cut up in too much. That must be a cut. Yeah,
That one's cut off.
That's bad. It's only a little bit. This one here is a little bit better than mine. Don't lift it up, guys.
There. Just when you lift it up, it kind of went back and jammed us all. That's all. All right, let's all pull it off. You want to come up and give us a hand there, Douglas?
Which way do you want to go with her?
There.
Oops. You all right, buddy? Yeah.
Nice, beautiful
And-
morning, crisp morning out here.
Another
Nova
roof's
Scotia.
gone, and another roof's gone, and another roof
roof's gone.
bites the dust.
All right, Doug's got the front.
And another one's gone, and another one's gone.
Nice roof.
Another roof bites the dust.
Beautiful.
I'll make a pretty crooked line there, Bob.
You sure
That's
you're
all
not
right,
gonna
Doug.
put like a glass
That's
hood on
all
this,
right,
like
buddy. That's all right. Well, that's
the old
all right.
grease
That's all
lightning
right.
car.
All right, we're done. As you can see, it's not basically looking like that yet. But one thing I will say, how long the car looks now that the roof's been cut off. Don't you find the car looks long?
You can put a little seat right here and go to the parades. And the
We're
parades,
going to pull
right,
the door
Dad?
back down because it's a little brisk this morning.
Brisk
So-
iced tea is very delightful.
Who?
Brisk iced tea is very delightful.
Brisk iced tea is very delightful. So basically, that's what we wanted to start with. Let's come take a look. I don't think the door is closed up any at all. Basically, what it was. We're going to go to the other side. That door closed up on that side, Nate?
The gap looks the same as what it was when we started.
Looks the same to me, to be honest with you. Everything looks fine. Let's face it.
The only gap that looks maybe a little bit different is that window one right there.
It probably was. Yeah.
There's the only one that looks like it opened up, so the rest of them stayed the same. Not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Now,
But
this
there's
is
still
the
lots
issue.
of room
This is the
to
issue to
put it
get it going where we need to get it going. This is stuck up way too high. We got to get it down as far as there. That's something that will be fun, I think. I think it will be fun to do that.
It would look cool if that trunk lid laid in more, wouldn't it?
Well,
too,
it has
Ron?
to. It has to come up and be put up. Like the beginning of this trunk, it has to come up people here somewhere. Get that round bum look. But in all honesty, it does make the car look a lot longer. It does make the car look a lot longer. Fenders being off, it makes it odd too. We're going to chop the window post. I'm not quite sure if we're going to chop the window post right now. Basically, I just want to look it over, go over it, and think about it a little bit. Look at the inner construction of it, see what's going on, and then we'll go from there. I want to thank everybody for coming back. That's the visual for today. You come back tomorrow, we'll do another visual. And the reason being is that's what it's all about for me. I like doing the visuals. We got some welding to do. We've got an alternator bracket for the hot rod. We've got water in the Hudson. We've got lots of things to do. Thanks for coming back. Come back tomorrow.